Well, in the meantime, tensions are now escalating between Russia and Ukraine, with the Kremlin now confirming it used a medium-range ballistic missile on Ukraine, one the U.S. claims could be used to carry a nuclear warhead. And now Putin is threatening to use similar weapons on any country, allowing Ukraine to use their weapons to attack Russia. These actions now causing many Kremlin critics to speak out, leading to dangerous and potentially fatal results. The latest, a Russian ballerina, the most recent Putin opposer, to die by falling out of a window. This just happened over the weekend, and it comes after he openly criticized President Vladimir Putin for invading Ukraine. And he is not the first to oppose the war or oppose Putin and then tragically fall to their death. Several other notable Russians have met the same fate. It's causing many to wonder if they're related and if speaking out against Putin could be safe or potentially fatal. So joining me now, American-born British financier and political activist, Sir William Browder. Thank you so much for your time on this. We see that things certainly appear to be ramping up between Russia and Ukraine. And then over the weekend, we see another Putin critic, this 39-year-old Russian ballet dancer, mysteriously fall to his death from a fifth-floor balcony. We know the investigation is ongoing. There are preliminary reports that it was an accident. What are your thoughts?
Well, in any normal country, in any normal circumstances, if someone dies, you look at all the circumstances and then you rule in foul play. In Russia, when you're dealing with somebody who is opposed to Putin and they die suddenly and from falling out a window, you would basically look at all the circumstances and assume foul play until you rule it out. And you know, when you mentioned that we're waiting for an investigation, well, who's going to conduct the investigation? But if he indeed was murdered, then the people who murdered him. And we've seen many people murdered by the Putin regime. I know all about it because many of the people close to me have been murdered by the Putin regime. They've threatened me with death. And so this is a murderous mafia state that kills anybody who stands in their way. And so I think that I think you can pretty much look at the headline and decide for yourself that it probably was a murder.
You know, and there are this long list of Putin critics, many of them, you know, Russian officials who have unexpectedly died, oddly enough, from specifically falling from a window. Talk more about that. I mean, is that a specific message in and of itself?
Well, they like to push people out of windows, off of buildings. In fact, one of the lawyers who worked for me who was exposing corruption was thrown off a 5-story building. They also like to poison people. You remember Alexei Navalny was poisoned in year 2000, nearly died. They poison people in Russia. They poison people abroad. They've got all sorts of different ways of killing people. And so if people sort of suddenly die at a young age, you can pretty much assume one of 4 or 5 different tools of murder have been used.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.